Hello. Hi, Simply. I got two stream notifications at once from you. I don't know. That's not my fault. That's YouTube's fault. So hey, here we go. I'm going to live stream again. Yay! And this we have a game called The First Tree. This game has been coming out for a while, and it's a little adventure story time game. And let's just go with it. I think it's released last year. I got the definitive edition for the game. So I don't know. This is my first time playing the game. And I guess this is very commentary, and the music is very good.
Hi, my name is David Whaley, and I'm the creator of The First Tree. I also
Hi!
voice a character named Joseph. So I just wanted to introduce you to this commentary mode, tell you that you can find interesting things about how I made this game by touching the speech bubbles you see in the world. So I hope you enjoy it.
Yay, I'm a fox! So will you stream more often now? Yes, I will. Yes,
Are you
I will.
awake? I thought I heard you get up.
Hi! Okay,
Yeah,
wait.
I'm awake. Sorry.
Interact, zoom, jump. As usual, I'm playing with mouse and
Are you
keyboard.
thinking about him?
Yeah, a bit. Usually get back to sleep, my love. I'm fine.
No, it's okay. What else is on your mind?
It's really beautiful.
I don't know. It seems weird, but I had one of the most vivid dreams of my life. I saw a fox.
Told you, it's a story time.
Just looking confused and worried. Those eyes. I can't get those eyes out of my head. She was running in the windy snow, looking for something.
Do you think it has to do with you and what's been going on?
I don't know. It was just a dream, Rachel. They're not meant to make sense. A lot's happened the past couple days, that's all.
Well, if you're not going to sleep anyway, You should tell me. I want to
Oh, I
hear.
can double jump. Ooh.
All right.
My god, the scenery is really, really nice. So this game has a commentary mode, and I turn it on because this is more of a story base. And I'm playing as Nick Wild, and I'm playing as Fox. So I don't know what is the adventure. I get some people recommended this game to me, and it's actually pretty interesting since I love like the farming and the open world game. This is kind of interesting. Whoa. Okay, apparently the dreams and items. There's no
I'll try not to spoil too much
drop in the
since
game.
a lot of this game ties into the very last act, which is the epilogue, I call it. But you'll notice there's lots of items around, and that's kind of what the first tree is about, is like exploring this land and trying to figure out why they're there, what they were used for, and it's kind of explained that this is a dream for Joseph, but it's something different, and it's not supposed to be like your average dream. It's supposed to be something a little deeper. So pay attention to all the items that are around and try to figure out how they tie into the story.
Okay, I'm pretty sure I turned on the subtitle. Oh, because I because it's like the tutorial for me, so there are no subtitles for that. Okay, so this is okay. The fox is kind of turning around like a clock. Oh my god. Okay, so there's a used tent here, I think. Yeah, and it's buried in snow. Can I actually interact with anything? No, there's a bench there. Also buried in the snow. What is this?
I'll try not to
it's the
spoil too
same.
much since a
It's
lot
the
of this
same.
game ties into the very last act, which is the epilogue, I call it. But you'll notice there's lots of items around, and that's kind of what the first tree is about, is like exploring this land and trying to figure out why they're there, what they were used for, and it's kind of explained that this is a dream for Joseph. But it's something different, and it's not supposed to be like your average dream. It's supposed to be something a little deeper. So pay attention to all the items that are around and try to figure out how they tie into the story.
I haven't seen any item yet. I'm gonna try looking for that. Oh, wait. Where was I? Okay. So I cannot just go randomly around the world. There is a pattern. Okay, I cannot go there. Is it a... There was a tent, like a abandoned campfire. We're like in the snow. Oh, there we go. I see a lot of... A light. Is that the saber? Okay, and I kinda... someone told me that the game is actually kinda gets so emotional. So I don't know when is that. Oh, the rod is the toggle mode. It's not holding. I have been holding shift for all the time.
So it's usually at this point where people say something like, "This is not the kind of game I was expecting." And that happened a lot at PAX West when I showed it. We'd have little kids play it, but then they see a dead fox cub, or a kit is technically the word, but cub sounds, I don't know, it sounds better. Like Wes Anderson uses it in Fantastic Mr. Fox, so I thought cub would be alright. But anyway, having this game, I wanted it to be more serious. This game is based on dealing with the death of my father, which was the hardest thing that's ever happened to me and my family. But I don't want to talk about it here, and I didn't want to talk about it with anybody really to this day still. It's very personal. And that's why I made this game. That's exactly the reason. Because I wanted to get those feelings out and like communicate with people without like talking about it. And so that's what the first tree is. It's me dealing with my feelings, and it was a personal project, and it was just me, and it actually, like, I'm really glad I made it, but it wasn't easy to make, I guess is what I'm saying.
Yeah, something else. No one there. So what did you say again? Wait.
So
This
it's
is
usually
something
at
to
this
chat?
point where people say something like, "This is not the kind of game I was expecting." And that happened a lot at PAX West when I showed it. We'd have little kids play it, but then they see a dead fox cub, or a kit is technically the word, but cub sounds, I don't know, it sounds better. Like Wes Anderson uses it in Fantastic Mr. Fox, so I thought cub would be alright. But anyway, having this game, I wanted it to be more serious. This game's based on dealing with the death of my father, which was the hardest thing that's ever happened to me and my family. But I don't want to talk about it here, and I didn't want to talk about it with anybody really to this day still. It's very personal. And that's why I made this game. That's exactly the reason.
Same with me.
Because I wanted to get those feelings out and like communicate with people without like talking about it. And so that's what the first tree is. It's me dealing with my feelings, and it was a personal project, and it was just me, and it actually, like, I'm really glad I made it, but it wasn't easy to make, I guess is what I'm saying.
So I currently very related to that. So this is supposed to be my dad.
Not far from her home,
Oh, it's the
she
fox
followed
cub.
that path to something unexpected.
This gets very personal. Like, wow. Oh, okay. Oh, if you guys wondering why I have seen like up and down so much, up there is my laptop, so I kind of put the monitor, second monitor. This is the gaming one in here that I only see in here is for gaming, and the chat and the everything is in there. So I have to stay there to see the chat. So, okay, there we go. There's a
She
cup
couldn't stay
dead.
though. She had to find her other two children. So she took that path. She followed it towards something ancient. Something with answers.
The first tree. Okay, the
Fox
voice.
looked high and low, searching for any sign of her cubs. Points of light showed the way to this ancient tree.
Ah, I found it.
It was as if each one had a story to tell, all their own. The land was trying to tell my story, too. I felt like I was right behind her the whole time.
The music is insanely amazing. I really want to buy the music. Oh, there's a rabbit. Can I eat them? Because I can't climb a box. I need to hunt bunnies.
The bunnies were added because my wife, Elise, who also voices Rachel in the game, who's also helped a ton to make the game, as we were playing, she just said the world felt kind of empty and not alive enough. So I knew we needed to add some kind of life, and so the bunnies was like the first idea that came to mind. And like most of the game, I used like publicly available assets to speed up production because I was working full-time along with making this game, and we just had our first baby, a little girl named Evelyn. So I was messing with this asset called Herd Sim, and at one point, like the generation script that creates variations of the sizes of the bunny. One time I got out of control and it made like this monster bunny that towered over everybody. And I showed that GIF on Imager and Reddit, and that was a huge hit. It helped definitely gain an audience for this game. But it's hard because this game is like so serious. It's about life and death, not giant bunnies. But I knew I needed something, like a shout out to that, because it was pretty fun. So if you're able to catch all the bunnies on this map, I think there's around 13, then you'll get a special surprise.
Snow.
Good luck.
Hey, Golden. Hey Pagus, hello. So this is kind of game. Oh my god, the music is insane. So we just adventure. This is the game, but made by Jason. So it's just a very personal information. He just experienced the death of his father, I guess. I'm sorry if I'm wrong. I kind of like that, so I cannot relate so much about this. Okay, wait. Something blocking the chat. 800. Would you put the thumbnail as? No, I didn't put the thumbnail as Nautica. I already changed it. Oh my god, look at that. Oh, it's raining. I just noticed that. The art style is actually beautiful. So I'm kind of following the light. There are two. Is that a reflection or? Oh, there was something. That is new. Okay, wait. Let me go over there first. I'm collecting about. But it's still not a Subnautica. Oh, really? I legit changed my thumbnail. Wait, let me check in my phone. No, it's not! This is the thumbnail! It's not Subnautica for me. It's not Subnautica for me, I don't know. I already changed the thumbnail. I don't know, it's YouTube's fault. Okay, wait, let me collect the snow. Oh my god, I really love this art style. The cartoony, and it feels almost like in a dream world. Wait, there are two of them. Oh, a lot. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, let me go over this way first. Well, it does not matter. Can you craft any item in the game? Or literally, it's not a fox simulator. It's like it's someone else's dream telling his story and then made the story to the game. Okay, so what is this? I can dig.
Usually those
Oh,
kids would leave me alone, but somehow they could tell I was different. They made fun of how far away I lived. They called my dad a sourdough. I was a blabbermouth as a kid, telling my dad stories I made up for hours. But after that show and tell, I didn't tell him much anymore. He didn't know exactly what was wrong, but his best guess was that the toys he carved weren't cool enough.
It's a toy.
He carved me a tank and tried to tell me what it was like to be in a real tank as a serviceman.
I didn't know your dad was in the military.
Yeah,
Rachel?
in the army. The sad thing is that I'd pretty much forgotten until just now. There's so much I still don't know about him.
I'm sorry. He knows how much you love him. You're going to see him again soon and have some closure, I'm sure.
Okay, so we're in
A lot of
Alaska.
people have gotten confused why Joseph's father is called a sourdough, and it's not stated outright at the beginning of the game, but Joseph and his dad, they grew up in Alaska. And I don't have a real connection to Alaska except through friends who lived there, and it was also the place that me and my dad were gonna go right before he passed away. But I love the idea of Alaska being like this beautiful solitary place. But anyway, what that has to do with sourdough is it's an Alaskan slang term about like someone who lives in the backwoods, like a redneck in Alaska.
Oh,
So I thought that was just to put some authenticity into the game. I added that word.
hey, that's a broken house. Enjoy the music. Just enjoy the music. I cannot run any faster. I just keep doing this. Keep going to the light, which is telling me more stories. Okay, what is this? I can't dig.
The older I got, the more I withdrew. I asked myself, why talk to anybody anyway? Why bother when I'm happy by myself? I started drawing a lot, mostly animals I saw in the woods by my home. I then imagined designing my own hideouts with things like TVs and pantries full of chips and cookies. I think that idea of leaving home and drawing blueprints started my career. I found a lot of solace in that.
I'm not surprised, but I did the same thing, you know? There's something special about having a place to call your own.
And now look at us. Well, if you count renting in an overpriced city.
It's as close as we can get for now.
Okay, so I get every now and then about the thinking, yeah, you cannot get it alone. Why do I need someone else in my life? Look, I'm happy alone by myself. But it's actually you need friends.
I
Crayons.
thought it was important to say that, yes, I actually did draw this with crayons.
Whoop.
And it was just funny to me one day that I was like, I'm working on my game, and I pulled out my little 1-year-old's like crayon set to draw this item for this game. I just realized just now that I probably threw away the original. I probably should have kept it and given it away to somebody, but oh well.
Yes. It's kind of like getting over it, but getting over it is a rage game. Nope, I'm not good. I never actually finished the game. No. So wait, this is a little tent. What is this? Virginia.
I feel like one of the main reasons people play small indie games is because they are so personal and intimate.
Yes.
So I tried to put
correct.
myself into this game as much as possible. So almost all the vignettes or little stories you hear in this game, they come from my childhood, where I grew up in the middle of nowhere in Central Virginia in the United States. So yeah, that's probably why I love games like this so much, where you explore this open, wide environment and just find interesting things, because that's exactly what I did as a kid.
Whoa, what happened there? What the hell was that? The fox get 2 hind legs and then move up on the cliff? Oh my god. Okay, wait, there's the stars there. I mean snow. No, I want to... I cannot get up! Oh, there we go, I made it, there we go. No. There's the snow. Okay, there we go. The developer said to collect as much possible. There we go, I got one. And I'm down again. Take a moment to look at the Discord. I don't know. For me, it's already changed for me. I can't just stop the live stream to change the thumbnail. For me, it's already changed. It's YouTube's fault for like displaying the wrong. But the link is taking you here, right? So that's great. And they even put the thing wrong. You think you're tough? The title I was using it for the SmackDown pane, not this game. The title for this is I'm a Furry Fox. And then slash the first 3. That's the title of this game, and I put the Nick Wilde picture in there. Wait, that... Oh, we're stepping into new area. Oh, it's spring! Is that what I look like? It's really cute. If you don't know, I'm actually a canine person, so like a dog person. I don't hate cats, but I more prefer dog. This is very nice, because this game is apparently running smoothly, and it doesn't take a lot of like graphics to begin with. Somehow a fox time travel from snow to spring. Yes. Okay, what is this? I can dig another
My
one?
teenage years were full of sketching, angst, and trouble.
Like any other teenager?
I wasn't popular or unpopular. Maybe just forgettable.
Hey, there's a
I guess that
butterfly!
gave me a sense of freedom. So I hung out with crazy kids, doing crazy things, even though I mostly just watched the chaos ensue. We did it all. Put fireworks in mailboxes, hide roadkill in people's garages,
Teenager, being a
break
bitch.
windows of the
Yeah, I
barber
get it.
shop in Anchorage. My dad was furious, but he was so busy working he couldn't do much to stop me from going out.
I think being an adult means There's no one to stop you making hard decisions. He had to make a living, and he couldn't be in two places at once.
Oh,
Yeah, I realize that now.
butterfly!
But at the time, I was sure he was more interested in growing his business than what was going on with me.
Yes, adult, you kinda need that to survive. Oh, hello, what is this? A fox fart!
This is the level that I showed at PAX West, which was a crazy dream come true that this hobby project was being shown next to all
Oh,
these
firework!
amazing indie games. So I decided to show this level because it's smaller, there's like some jumping puzzles, and I thought it was a good entry into the game. But the one thing I can't seem to forget is right before we opened to the public, there was an indie dev superstar. Like, you've definitely heard of his games, and I was like terrified. He wanted to try it out.
That fox is definitely
I said,
from
"Of
Doctor
course,
Who.
like, please give me your feedback." And he was super nice, super talented, of course. But this embarrassing bug happened, which I'd never seen before in my life, where when he dug the item up, he jumped right after, and it created the dust cloud to permanently be on
Wait,
the rest of the
really?
level. It wouldn't turn off. So it looked like this fart cloud following the
Wait,
fox.
really? Okay,
as it just
I want
kept
to try that.
running with this beautiful music and serious voiceover.
Yes.
And it was horrible. I think about that every time I look at this level. But, you know, I was able to fix it, so I'm
that the
glad,
character
I'm glad
face?
someone could at least find that bug.
Okay, I want to try that when you dug something and then it kind of cloud of dust. Wait, where's the dig? Where is the digging hole? Oh, there we go. Okay, let me check this. Is it jump?
He was working another late night, and my friends were over, saying
Yeah.
how bored they were,
He didn't
and
jump.
how they'd come all the way out to my house for nothing. One of them mentioned how that old, ugly beyond belief truck was still in the garage, and how we should take it for a spin. I was only 15,
More stars.
so I kind of fought it for a while. The next thing I knew, we were careening around the mountain path, rocks
It's a police
spitting onto
car.
the sides of the cliff, while my dad's cringeworthy bluegrass blared out the speakers. I drove while my friends were in the back of that yellow and purple truck, throwing beer bottles and trash at anything remotely interesting. Felt like I was soaring in the air with
Nice drive.
wild wings. But all good things have endings. A cop outside of Eagle River pulled us over after he saw us in a bottle rocket into someone's yard.
Oh, that's the story.
What followed was a long night of talking to disappointed adults and feeling smaller than ever.
Wait, there's a star there. Oh, you put that in a hiding place. Wait, this is a drug? Oh. The police kind of related to the story, and then I found a rocket that he put in the mailbox, a firework. Every item is related to the story. What is this? Oh! The butterfly is following me. Wait, no. Are you following me? No. Oh, okay. Can I help? Okay, now it's following. I need to get there's a small dot of light jumping.
I always wanted this game to be very meditative and relaxing,
Yes.
but I know there's a
It is.
balance between keeping the player's interest. So I added this butterfly jumping mechanic just to
Oh.
like spice things up. I used a plugin called Playmaker for Unity, which in a visual editor lets you do interactive things, which is perfect for me because I do come from a film and design background. But on the flip side, I really wish I was good at code, because this jumping mechanic, the jumping mechanic in the whole game actually has frustrated a lot of players. But hopefully I've been able to fine tune it, so it
Oh.
should feel a lot better now. I would just hate that this meditative game would get frustrating, so I've definitely I've lowered the gravity, I've made the jumps more consistent, so hopefully people can just focus on the world and the story.
Okay, so the butterfly makes you jump higher. Oh, but the butterfly kind of went back. Can I actually? Is there any more than one? So the butterfly is in here. If I can find another one, would I kind of just? Does it stack? Like the effect of jumping higher? I get it. There's something up there. No, it's just a push. Okay, wait, get this star. There's another one. Oh, no, it's jumping. I already used that. Okay, what else can I get? I didn't see any light that flares into the sky anymore. Just keep exploring the game. Oh, I want to learn to play a piano like this. But I'm sucks at everything. What do I can do? Well, hello there. Hello, John. Welcome to the first tree. But am I playing as Fox? It's actually a very good game. I really like it. Like the story, it hits the nerve. I can't really relate to the story. Hello, what is this? No, I already used this one. So where am I going? Is there some stars that I see down there? Okay, there was the butterfly. Oh, I forgot to jump. That's oh yeah, he talked about being bad as teenager, but everyone as teenager is really edgy. Also me. Did you know that when I was in the junior high school, I'm not like a bad person there. I'm the one usually getting bullied, but after like the last exam that you need to congress to from junior high school to senior high school, I just done the exam and I passed that exam, which means I can go, right? So I just get to the class and write a bunch of swear word into like the table, and I got called to like the teacher, and they almost like expel me from the school. That must be the worst. I passed everything. If I got expelled, oh my god, I would probably just die. Luckily that didn't happen, so that was great. Trying to be bad. Okay, so where should I go? I cannot climb the cliff. I already jumped into that rock. Oh wait, I can jump to the right. What am I thinking? I'm dead. I can just go from there. I need a butterfly again to jump up there. Oh, there's no more rabbits. I really like this game. Why did I play it sooner? I know someone recommended me the game, but why did I realize this game is really good? Like the animation, the art style, and the nature is kind of real. It's cartoony, but it's almost feel like it's neutral. It's real. Like the wind and the light and everything. Jump. Jump! I believe I can fly. There we go, now I'm here. So... what? Okay. Okay. Hey, there's a waterfall! There we go. Okay. Are there any hidden stars? I got 29 so far. Did I miss some? I don't know, because this is my first time playing the game. There's a volcano, and what is this a gate? Oh my god. Okay, let's search for more. I missed once. Oh no, that's not a star. That's this chat who said Fox fart. Oh, there's one over there. You know, you cannot hide from me. I will collect every single star in the game. What is that? Star or snowflakes? Whatever it is. 34. Let's jump into our new valley. A new biome. What is that? What is that? Oh, it's just a bush. It just looks straight. Can I get a butterfly? I want to fly like you. It's so sad because actually butterfly can only live like a few days before it dies again. Okay, let me jump. Yay! And there we go. I'm a super fox. What is it called? Kitsune. Like a magical fox in Japanese. Yeah, I will go to the left first. To the left, to the left. Is it lagging? No, I don't think so. Right? Okay, so hello, we find another digging item.
After he drove me home from the police station, I blew up at him, saying how I never wanted to be like him, how I was gonna be someone and leave that hick icebox for good. He just looked forward at the road with tired eyes. I took out that bluegrass tape from the cassette deck and chucked it out the window. In my sage teenage wisdom, I thought I had proved the ultimate point, but my dad had a different idea. He slammed the brakes, slowly bowed his head while gripping the steering wheel, and finally looked at me. All he said, like it was a polite request, was, "Make this right." I sat there in silence, fuming, but I eventually got out and combed every square inch of the woods, muttering profanity after profanity. I found it 30 minutes later, near a small waterfall off the road. I went back to the truck, put the wet tape back in, and sure enough it worked. We didn't speak another word to each other the rest of the night.
Wow, I knew you were a crazy teenager, but...
It's hard to believe, isn't it? Surprises me too. It's like I didn't really know who that kid was back then. I bet my dad thought the same thing over and over. It's almost like he was saying, "Make this right," to himself, more than to me.
Okay, so I don't want to jump over there first. No, how can I? Oh, never mind. I get this. Come with me. Come with me. I need you to make the right jump. Make this right. God! Okay, wait. Let me try again. Let me try again. You gotta try hard to reach on your dreams, or they will never gonna reach it. Oh! I get it. I thought I was jumping too early. Okay, there's another light over there. Let's check that out. Luckily, I never snapped at my dad. I don't know, is that good or bad? I don't know. Jump! Come on, make this! No, I can't go from. Wait, the butterfly. What am I doing? What am I thinking? This butterfly. Butterfly solve everything. Where was it? There. Oh, hello. Cannot hide from. Okay, let's just hope I can make this. Oh. No! Stop sliding! Okay, I cannot jump from there. Can I do it from here? I can! Oh my god, what am I thinking? Okay, there we go. There's another 2-star and a broken car. Pearl.
My biggest hope for the players that are playing is that they realize how similar these two parallel stories are, of this fox looking for her missing cubs, and also of this son reconnecting with his father. And so I try to add little touches in the voiceover and in the environment to help draw those parallels, even if they seem totally dissimilar. A big example is the truck, for instance, that Joseph grew up with. It's purple and yellow like the butterflies for this fox. So I tried to add as many touches like that throughout the story as possible.
Nice touch. What can I say? Okay, let me get that blue. I mean purple, not blue. Butterfly over there. Oh wait, there is something over there too. I want to kind of check that out, and then I will move to the waterfall, like big giant waterfall. Holy waterfall. Oh, like the grass is greener here. That's great. Nice detailing. Swimming.
You may have noticed there's a little pond here, and believe it or not, I tried everything I could to get swimming working in this game, and I just could not do it, unfortunately. And so all the water in this game you can just stand in, which is still like bums me out, but the systems were not working. It was buggy, so I just had to throw it out, which, you know, I think it's okay. Like, I wish it was there, but again, the focus of this game is on the story.
Yeah. Oh, I need a butterfly. I don't think I can jump this. You need 3? Okay, you need 3 butterfly. 3 butterfly. 3. So I have to get that butterfly. Oh, that's why there's so many butterflies in this area. It's just you need that to jump over there. Oh, I kind of see the teeth of the maw of the fox. Oh, I cannot do it. How did I see that? Okay, let me get this. I cannot jump if I get this, because if I jump, the butterfly is gonna go back again in the usual place. Please don't jump. Can you just please walk? Oh, come on. Oh, never mind. I have to get this one. Come with me. Okay, I get you, and I get this one. What's the other? I have 6 butterfly fluttering around. Okay, how am I supposed to get the butterfly without jumping? Never mind, I figured it out. Just need to go over here. I have 9 butterflies now. Get it? Now let's move on. Is there any stars?
My friends would laugh about that night and talk about how crazy it was. And I laughed along, pretending it didn't bother me. But it did. I imagined my friends growing old in the bush, unable to find that thrill in those godforsaken ice fields. It's like those mountains were a literal wall, keeping me from leaving, where all I would have to look forward to are lumber yards and evening beers. I had to climb over. That was my only goal for a long time.
No! Ah! Why did I jump already? I have to retry all of that again for just a single stars. But it's worth it. It's worth it. Never mind. Let's do it again. I really wish I could live as a fox, like with no trouble. Oh, I don't need to get that. Oh wait, I do need to get that jump. And then it's going to back into like the original place, and then I will get that anymore. I do wish to live like a fox, so you can just live freely, just eat, hunt, and grow up. Three, 6, 9. There we go. Okay, make no mistakes. Oh yeah, I guess my question is unanswered already. It does stack. The butterfly. Whoosh! Whoosh! There we go. And we're going to another place, which is really wonderful and awesome. Hello! Another stars. Any other thing hidden here? No. How many stars do I get? I don't know how to say that. There's a digging place already here. Hey, what are you?
If there was some way I could take my love of drawing and
That's true.
turn it into a way of escape, nothing would make me happier. I wanted to create instead of tearing trees down. I wanted to move to the lower 48, not because I hated it there in Alaska, but I hated the idea of it.
That's a fox!
It's like all of that spite inside me had created this monster which followed me around my whole teenage years. I put so much energy into doing what others didn't expect of me. Why did I do that?
There's one fact you're forgetting, though. If you didn't have that fire in you, we probably would have never met.
You're absolutely right. Maybe the destination is all that matters in the end. But then why am I awake? Why am I seeing this fox go on her journey? And why can't I stop thinking about my dad?
Because you miss him? I don't know. I do something sometimes miss him too. But well, you gotta move on. Move on doesn't mean like you have to forget. You will always remember it. But yeah, if you keep thinking about it, there is nothing good gonna happen. It's just gonna bring you down. That's what I have learned. Oh, I thought it was a light like in the sky. It was a geyser. Oh. Or it was a smoke. What is that? Oh, okay. What is this? Hey! Oh, where are we? Wait, this is the place in the thumbnail that I just made. Oh, there's the stars over there. There's a little house too. Oh, there's a... Is that a light? Yeah. Ah, I thought it was a house. It actually is a rock. Hello, what are you? A mattress? Used to camping? Okay, let me check. What is over there? Okay, we kinda go to the right, so I have to go back. Okay, what is that? Storytelling 101!
Almost all stories follow the same kind of structure, and it starts with an inciting event, and then there's rising action, and then there's a climax, and then there's falling action. And it's actually really difficult to make an interesting story where you only hear these two people talking.
True.
And it's spoken through a dream that's already happened. And the most of the action is about this animal that isn't directly related to this couple at all. So I don't know what I was thinking, but my hope was that it would create some interesting things and connections that I didn't see before. And that was kind of the whole exercise of making the first tree.
Okay, the music change. What is that? Wait, what is that? Hello? Um... how do I do that? I don't get it. Like this? No, 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 no. Okay, wait. There's no control. There's no control. I don't want to exit the game. Oh! Oh, you just have to click. Okay, 1 per 3. Oh, I need to collect 3 of them. Wait, that was the campsite that I was before. But in the snow. Okay, is that all up here? Yeah, I kind of fell down. I didn't expect that. Okay, let's move to another piece of fly. And I think this game is not very long game either. Wait, there's a light over there. Oh, it's just a light from the rock that I just get the thing. Right? Yeah. Nothing over there, so my god, this game is amazing. It's so colorful. Can I actually go into like first person mode? I don't. There we go. Another digging thing. Digging spot. There's a house buried in the. Hello.
On our property, there were old abandoned pieces of a shed and car long left unused. I used to ask him all the time who those people were that left all this junk.
That's the
I'm
car
sure he got
part.
so tired of hearing it that he made up some elaborate stories how a brown bear ate them and haunted the woods afterwards. What's funny is I think it made those people seem more real. Growing up thinking they were still hanging out like they couldn't say goodbye.
What's inside of the
I used to tell
house?
my friends how I could swear I saw spirits move near the water, and that always freaked them out. I guess it didn't bother me, because the way I saw it, they were normal people with old cars and sheds, just trying to figure out how to survive and be happy in the middle of nowhere. It was a cool thought that they didn't want to leave, but you know, I was a weird kid.
Well, you had good company since those ghosts like living in a place where they were brutally devoured.
Okay, 3 more lines. Oh yeah, what was I talking about? Yeah, the game is not very long, so I think it's kind of like about 2 to 3 hour gameplay if you don't know the flow of the game. Probably even shorter, I don't know. I've been live streaming this for almost an hour, 53 minutes, but I didn't actually instantly start the game. Oh, there's the star over there. I need to jump. Do I need more butterfly? No, I think the butterfly is only good at the other place. Hey, I get them all in one try. Okay, let's move to another. I kind of want to see this game in nighttime. It would be wonderful if like this kind of art style, if you get like a fireflies around it. It would be really pretty. Oh, wait, there's a blockway in there. Oh, there's another stone. Wait, I want to dig this one first. So we get another story. The music instantly changed.
Even at my most distant, at the times when I detested him the most, he kept reaching out. For a year straight, he asked me every week when we were going camping. I thought he was just dense. Eventually, to shut him up, I agreed. We carried out the worn lawn chairs from the garage and set up a cinder block campfire at the site we had always used behind the house. We walked down the mountain path, talking in the warm sunshine we only got a couple months of the year. Those 3 obsidian rocks shimmered alongside the shore, almost like sparklers pressed against a dark window. I'll never forget that wet stone on my feet, or how those massive mountains looked even bigger in the lake's reflection.
Nostalgia.
I felt small, but grateful. As the sun set, my dad found something I hadn't seen for a long time. The tree where I'd made my first carving when I was 6. I hadn't even carved it. My dad had helped me, but I still called it my tree. Something about seeing my name there made me open up, and we talked about everything that night in that old camouflage tent. I told him how much I loved sketching and design, and how it would be a dream to study architecture in Seattle. I told him how I didn't get along with my friends much anymore, but that I didn't mind being alone. He told me he was there for me, and he joked that if all he had to do was write my name on a tree to finally get me to talk, he would have left me carved logs with novels on them in front of my room every morning. I don't know why it took me that long to realize it, but it was then I knew how much he had sacrificed for me.
That why was the game called The First Tree?
My dad built a lot of stuff in his free time. If he wasn't watching fly fishing or reading Tom Clancy novels,
What's that?
he was carving something. He made tons of birdhouses.
Oh, it's a birdhouse.
Not that he was into bird watching, but I think he really missed working and adding on to the home. If he couldn't afford the time to build onto our own house, he would have to settle with watching birds move into their little homes. We kept an old mattress in the bed of that ugly yellow truck, so we would drive it deep into the woods and then watch the birds fly into their houses while the sun set. Usually it was accompanied by venison jerky or a cold Coke, but not a lot of talking, which is how we both liked it.
Making mods. There's some mods in the games?
Earlier I said I just love going through video games and exploring, like looking at every nook and cranny and just trying to find little details. And I think that started because in middle school and high school, I would make mods for my favorite games, namely Jedi Knight, Jedi Outcast, and Far Cry.
Far Cry!
And I loved like this huge world of mod makers who would make these levels, and it'd be like the most random creative things, and I would just love exploring, usually multiplayer levels by myself. So even though I went to college for film, before that, like before high school, I was making video games and mods, and it was my favorite thing in the world. I made a ton of different levels. I made an abandoned space hotel with a dance floor and cafeteria. I made a haunted campground with cabins and tents. I made this whole city with like the first ever day-night cycle with running showers and stuff in the hotel and the apartment buildings. And I just loved making those mods, and I think that carries over to my game, The First Tree, and also the one before that, Home is Where One Starts, which is it's exploration. You're just looking around and appreciating the details.
And it's an old tape. Okay, the path is unlocked over there. It's another new place, but I want to see over here because there's a bunch of stars and a new story. Hello.
We were happiest underneath the evergreens. We decided it was time to finally map out the hundreds of acres we lived on, just to pass the time during the summer. He was only free in the evenings, so I would spend the day wasting time on dial-up internet and sketching, and then we would rush into the woods, pen and map in hand, before evening fell. Sometimes the aurora borealis would cast a cold green glow on the mountainside, and we would finish our route underneath a twilight sky. Sometimes I was lonely during those summer days, but there was comfort in the routine.
A lot of teenagers aren't looking for the daily grind, though. There's nothing wrong with wanting to get out, to leave your childhood home. You wanted to progress, to make something of yourself.
Secret? No.
Yeah, you're right. That house. I'm sure it's the same as how I left it. But then why does it feel so different?
I doubt you're the only adult to have looked back and asked that question.
Okay, we're moving to the new place. It seems a bit dreary and dire. At least I got stars. I'm not complaining. Okay, should I move over there or over there? Let's just go to here first. I've already been here. Is that, are we moving into a cave? No. It's almost look like nighttime. No, but it's not the nighttime. It's just we are in the other different shade of the cliff. What is in here? Nothing. Hey, we got another star. We cannot hide from it. 64, 64, 65. Two other there. Something underneath me too. Is that a star? Cannot reach that. Okay. Oh wait, there's another one of those stone. I got 3 of them now. Wait. There we go. Okay, what's happening? I hear some of cracking. Did I open some path or? Oh no. I'm stuck! No. Never mind. Wait. Yeah, there's this way. So, okay. Have we been here? No, this is the entrance of the place. Right? Yeah. There's no light, so this is the entrance. Oh, there we go. Need to go up. How am I supposed to jump over there? No. I can't reach that. My mouse is sliding again. That has to be something that I did. I hear like a cracking sound. I don't know what is that. But something happened when I collect 3 of those light. No, this is where I was before. I need to get up there. I don't know how, but I need to get up there. Oh, I thought it was a pad. No, no, not this one. Oh. Wait, no, this is the... Oh yeah, the stone is in... It's shining. How did I do that? Okay, I'm here. I don't know how to get up there. Oh. I'm kind of stuck here. I legit stuck. I don't know what to do. Is this game have an autosave or something? Yeah, I don't see any other way. I'm just gonna go back. What have changed? There must be something changed. Nothing. This is... I already explored all of this. Is this really like the first gate that I opened? Or is this probably another path and I just missed another one with the tree? Because there was a blocked path before with a like old tree and like vines. Is this it or is this another way? I don't know. Let me try that. What is this? Is it Mart? Yeah, I already get that.
Earlier I said I just love going through video games and exploring, like looking at every nook and cranny and just trying to find little details. And I think that started because in middle school and high school, I would make mods for my favorite games, namely Jedi Knight, Jedi Outcast, and Far Cry. And I loved like this huge world of mod makers who would make these levels and it'd be like the most random creative things, and I would just love exploring, usually multiplayer levels by myself. So even though I went to college for film, before that, like before high school, I was making video games and mods, and it was my favorite thing in the world. I made a ton of different levels. I made an abandoned space hotel with a dance floor and cafeteria. I made a haunted campground with cabins and tents. I made this whole city with like the first ever day-night cycle with running showers and stuff in the hotel and the apartment buildings. And I just loved making those mods, and I think that carries over to my game, the first tree, and also the one before that, Home is Where One Starts, which is it's
there we
exploration,
go.
just looking around and appreciating the details.
This is the one that I miss. Oh, that was a knife? I already dig that. What is this? Music, there we go.
I don't think the first tree could work at all without the music by Josh Kramer. And his music, it's actually publicly available to license, and so it was affordable for me since this was a hobby project.
Josh Kramer?
And it's something I like to tell new indie developers all the time, like, you can't afford that composer, you can't afford a full-time programmer. You need to cut corners and finish your game, and the way to do that is to use these amazing publicly available assets that anyone can purchase and license. And so his music is incredible, and I actually haven't talked to him that much. I've just emailed him, but his music was nominated for Most Emotional Music at the Emotional Game Awards in France, and he's just a really nice guy. And I think there's so much amazing content out there that if you're thinking of making a game, like, look around and see what you can make work on a tight budget, because it worked really well for the first tree.
Yes. I just typed Josh Kramer into my thing so I can remember. I will search for the music after the game. Oh my god, it jumped really high. 70. Okay, so the path over there is just to destroy this
fight. Stood nearby, unfazed, like nothing was wrong. My dad is dead, and he's never coming back, Rachel. I can tell you these stories, but I can never reminisce with him again. He can never hold a grandchild that we'll probably never be able to have. I can never talk to him again, and I'll never be able to say I'm sorry for everything.
Why? Is that my two fox child? Because the game purpose is actually to find, like, oh, wolf.
It was really important to me that the wolf in this story that takes the fox's cubs, that it wasn't explained at all. Like, it's just this entity that's in the background. And of course, it's supposed to represent something bigger than a wolf or even a fox.
Nathan.
It's supposed to represent, like, the specter of death. And it comes when you least expect it. There's no justification. He's just there, always watching.
So I guess I found the two cubs, my cubs. The wolves killed them. Yeah, in nature, wolves and fox don't get along. Oh no. Oh my god, that's pretty. That's amazingly pretty. I definitely have to download the music after this one. Okay, I'm dropping a little by little because I want to get the stars. No! No, 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 no! I want to get the stars. Wait, wait. $73. Is this that game that I play in PS2? No. This is called The First Tree. It's a game. It's very personal. It has amazing storytelling, and it gets emotional really quickly because this game is telling the story how the creator lost his dad, and yeah, I don't know if I pronounce like tell that wrong, but play the game. It's really gets in the. Subnautica Below Zero is awesome. Yeah, I kind of waiting for that. I wonder when it will come out. I will definitely play that. Okay, is the game finished? I don't know. Whoa, I cannot go back. I just have to move on. I'm searching for the stars. How many did I got? I don't know. I'm just going to this cliff, like, because they probably just hide the stars. Did I miss any? Woohoo! Okay, there's nothing else here. Is this the end of the game? Like the end of the road? The first tree. I guess I found my 2 cups. My 2 dead cups. Oh, the tree is growing! That's deep, yes. Okay. What is this valley? What is that freaking ball? Well, I cannot fight him. Because I'm a ball. Holy hell, this game is not over yet. There's still a bunch more. Oh my god. That's kind of beautiful, like the mountain behind the fog and the cloud. In the back. There's another star. No, it's another digging spot, which means we get another story. Why there's only one of them? There's usually a bunch of them in here that's showing the way where we need to go.
I need to go to bed. I just can't talk about this anymore. Good night.
Wait. Is that it? Oh yeah, for you just come into the game, come here. That was the creator of the game. Good night. Really? That's it? Oh wait, there's another path here. I want to keep playing. Oh, that was the end! Am I in my dream?
Joseph, you can't go to sleep feeling like this. I'm sorry for everything, and I know you need space, but I'm here for you. You don't need to feel so lost.
Oh, I cannot get the stars anymore.
Joseph, have I ever told you what my mother was like?
Oh, this is the wife story.
Hello, my name is Elise Whaley, and I was the voice actress for Rachel. I'm also David's wife. So that was convenient for working together. I was actually the voice actress for his first game, Home is Where One Starts, and I guess that I did a good enough job that David wanted me back, so I did the voice acting for this one as well. David definitely
It's a deer!
coached me through it because I'm pretty inexperienced when it comes to that. Home is Where One Starts was my first time ever doing voice acting of any kind. And we watched a lot of trailers of movies we liked to get the voice right of female leads who were talking in the trailer and try to mimic that and bring that into the game. So that had the right kind of feel and the right kind of atmosphere for the voice.
Deer in the headlight!
My character actually is the same character from Home is Where One Starts. If you've played that game, you probably connected that together.
No, go back,
And
please!
this is her probably about 15 years later, maybe 20 years later.
Oh, it's an elephant back.
In this game. I was happy to revisit the character of Rachel. We kind of leave her in an ambiguous spot in Home is Where One Starts. It definitely ends on a hopeful note, but there's not a lot of details. And in this game, you see that she's able to move on through a lot of her issues that she had from her abusive home and be able to start her own family and start a new cycle without that abuse, which I think is really inspiring.
Okay, working
You know
together.
what it's like not to have a moment And you know how hard that made my childhood. What helped me was watching the birds in the morning before the school bus came. I thought that my mother was one of those birds, and it made me want to be free like her. My mom taught me how to fold origami cranes while she was in the hospital. So I told myself I would fold one every day until I could fly myself. I think we both have always loved animals, and for me that love started with a dog. Sometimes this Rottweiler would come up to our property line and wait at the fence for me, but only once in a while. I was sure to check every day immediately after school, and it usually ended in disappointment. I would even steal money from my passed-out dad just so I could buy these off-brand dog biscuits. Even when she did stop by, she never went beyond the fence. Why was she so scared?
So it's always interesting working with your spouse because, especially on a creative project, because they want your feedback, but it's something that's also dear to their heart, and they're dear to your heart, and you definitely don't want to hurt their feelings. So I was a little nervous when David asked me, he had finally finished writing the script, and he asked me to go over it and see what I thought. And I had minored in English. I majored in art, but I minored in English, so I felt like I had a little bit of experience. But I was definitely like a little scared because you don't want to be too harsh, but you also want to be honest. And it was the biggest relief when I read the script, and I was like, oh good, my husband's a good writer. I don't have to change that much about this, just a few like grammatical things. And that was just like the biggest
Oh my
relief
god,
for me
they look like a
because
wolf.
it can be a tricky balance, working with your spouse and making sure that that honesty is there, but also that love and the support is there as well.
I think my dad was the opposite of your dad in almost every way, except he was in the military as well. He coped with alcohol of every kind. The trailer started falling apart, he got angry, and I withdrew. More and more I became the weird, quiet kid who made lots of origami birds and carried dog biscuits around. I think we were pretty similar when it came to being the weird kids. And that same sincerity in college was one of the reasons I was so drawn to you. Life got worse and worse. And at one point, I really didn't think I could survive another day with my soul still intact. I had no real friends, let alone neighbors, since we lived in the middle of nowhere. I should have talked to my teacher, but I was scared what he would do if he found out. As I waited for the school bus one morning, I walked around until I found something in an abandoned shed. Something I can't put into words.
Okay, so I don't want to move too quick because apparently every time you reach into like a small island, there is another story.
So we're talking about Home is Where One Starts a lot, so if you haven't played that game, maybe this doesn't make as much sense, or maybe this is a little plug that you should go play it. But in that game, it actually features one of my artworks. I work as an artist and paper cutting, actually, and David used one of my artworks as a graffitied stencil in Home is Where One Starts that's against the wall of this shack. And it actually shows up again in the first tree, just a fragment of it. The first tree, the title actually comes from one of my artworks that I made back in 2015, I want to say. And I made this artwork while I was pregnant with our first child. And it had a lot of meaning for me, and David actually helped me come up with the title. And he asked, because I was really struggling, I was like, I have no idea what to call this.
Hey, there's a bike!
I always go to David for title ideas and to bounce ideas off of him, and that's like the only way I can ever come up with a title is by talking with him. So we were talking back and forth and looking at this artwork, and he said, well, what kind of like movies or shows were you watching while you're making the artwork? Because my work's pretty tedious, so sometimes I'll watch a show or do some Netflix binging while I'm creating it. And I was like, oh, I actually watched Tree of Life a ton.
Tree of Life!
And then we're like, Tree of Life. And we started thinking more about that, and then arrived at the first tree. So it started off as one of my artworks and then became a part of David's art, which I think is really cool that we were able to share that title.
I summoned courage I didn't know I had, and I broke into my dad's room and found the key to the shed where he had locked my bike. I'll never forget that feeling of the wind rushing by my ears as the sun rose over fields of wheat. I was flying for the first time. I biked as far as my legs could take me until I found a house that felt friendly and that felt like home. Those strangers helped me in so many ways. And if it wasn't for them, I wouldn't have found my foster family.
Oh.
And if it wasn't for my parents, I wouldn't have met you.
The story is insane. It's extremely amazing. I don't know what to say.
You have strength, Joseph, and you're not as alone as you think.
Oh my god, I love the transition.
It's so pointless. Just waiting for life to happen. It's like having the home I always wanted is cursed out of my reach. The thought of being a parent myself. How could I do that when I couldn't even be a good son? I'm sorry. I know what you're saying. I just don't know how things will work out. These quiet hours will turn into years.
Oh my god, I just realized that I can walk on water.
Then we'll forge a new road together. Besides, I discovered for myself that one fateful morning where any hopeful road leads to. There may be thorns and mist, but it always leads to the same thing.
And what's that?
Family.
I'm so glad that you're part of my family, Rachel.
It's
And I'm glad
sweet.
you're part of mine.
A fox!
A question I get a lot is why a fox? And it ties into just how important family is for me. And Fox is actually a family name from my wife's side, from Elise. And she always heard about the legacy of the Fox family. And because of that, growing up, it was her favorite animal. She even made these 2 wooden foxes for our wedding cake toppers. So I thought it would be cool to have that animal in the game while these 2 people are having this conversation in the middle of the night.
If you don't know, actually, fox is very good with its family as an animal. In fact, if you this is a fact, by the way, you can check that out. Fox parent always never ignore the child, or they love the most. Yeah, they're not a pack animals. Oh, I can climb a mountain, but they always care for their child and whatever. From the other, fox is considered the best parenting animal. Like the father, the parents never gets their baby to starve. They're always feeding them the best. Hello, dear. Hi. Oh my god. Yeah, this kind of like family. Hey. Okay, where am I going? I'm the only fox. Whoa! Oh, I thought you got you stuck to the ground. I never seen a deer like bend their hind leg. I never seen that before. Oh wait, there's a way over there. Are there any more stars? There we go. It's been an hour and 30 minutes. Who was that? Oh. What is that sound? Is that mine or? I like how the sun flare. Oh, there's still more. Ooh, floaty stone. Oh, it's not floating. It just came out from the cliff. Natural. Alright. I'm stuck. There we go. $88 stars. Lucky number. Ooh, is there more? Is it going to be 100? Please tell me this is going to be 100. If it's not, that means I missed something. I missed some of them. Oh, it's it. I made it to the top of the mountain, I guess. No.
The fox knew her last cub would be waiting for her at the first tree. She was almost there. The rain cascaded onto the jade valley where the entrance to the tree was. Life was protected there, because that's where life began. It was now only a mother and a daughter left. Items from my life still dotted the ground as she moved closer to her destination and destiny.
Oh yeah, I forgot. Oh, I forgot. It's actually the first cup that we found died is not mine. It's just the fox found a dead cup over there. So there's still one more child. There are 2 cups. $96. Is there something up there? No. Okay, I'm trying to see. I always do that, I don't know why. Let's check over there. Is there any more stars? I got 96. No. Okay. Let's go. Let's go. Let's do this. It is so relaxing when you play the game. Okay. $97. 98. Please tell me being 100, please. $99, the visual.
Usually what catches people's attention of the first tree is the visuals, of course. And I was inspired by a lot of people making these levels. The second level is inspired by just these beautiful autumn photos of a real forest. And this level, the Jade Valley, is inspired by the artwork of Heather Penn, who did the Overland games. I just love those greens with a lot of gray in it. I love the strong vignettes in the corners of the frame. And of course, this environment pack was made by the very talented Swedish designer Mikael Gustafsson. And of course, his initial designs inspired me, and I was able to build off of that. And I'm really grateful that he allowed his environment pack to be made publicly available.
Okay.
At the end of high school, I felt something I hadn't felt in a long time. Drive. I looked into the best architecture schools on the West Coast, then got a dose of reality when looking at other students' portfolios and the high cost of tuition. I still wanted to be something, to be the next Alvaro Siza, and to make those thousands of sketches worth something in my grand history. But now even an internship sounds impossible. Siza helped me understand how essential emotion is in architecture, and he also said light is the real composer of space. I like to think these glints of light, like not finding a job, or even a strange dream about a fox, are something I should be thankful for, even if the illuminated space is something I'm less than comfortable with.
Okay, I see nothing except the house over there. Please tell me this is Jason's house. Oh, there's another light over there. Is that my cup? My last cup. Oh my god, the flowers. It's night though. Yeah, I want to check the house. It seems closer than the light over there. Oh, there's another digging spot there. There's another 2 stars and a lot more. Okay, let's start with this because there's only 1 in here.
My dad was super supportive with my college plans, to a point. Things were okay until this terrible accident happened. I guess a forklift flipped over due to a bad axle, and it crushed one of the workers there. My dad didn't eat for days, even though he wasn't directly involved. It devastated him. Not only did it hurt the business, but it just freaked him out. He would talk in his sleep, muttering things about firing people and saying sorry. One fateful day he approached me, said that since my school search wasn't going well, I should finally be a man and take over the family business. He said one day he was going to die, and that all of his work, sacrifice, and even that man's life would be wasted in vain. I just lost it. Teenage me just exploded at the thought. I screwed up. I said things I shouldn't have. He was having a crisis, and I pretty much spit in his face.
By now you've probably caught on to some of the themes I love to explore in these stories.
The first tree.
And the big one is of this tree, the first tree on Earth. And a lot of people have asked me, what does that mean? Why a tree? And basically it boils down to this delicate balance between nature and its relationship with life and death. And I love these stories where they put like these microscopic relationships, like something of like a father and a son, and juxtapose it next to this epic story of like the creation of the universe and the first tree on Earth, and how they can be equally as important, because in my mind, like, my family is as important as like the creation of the Earth. And it reminds me of like some of the stories I love, like The Road by Cormac McCarthy or The Tree of Life by Terrence Malick. Basically, I wanted to make sure the player felt that there was a higher power than themselves and that there was something watching over them as they went through this story.
So where is the first tree? Oh, there's something over there. Okay, there's nothing I missed, I think. Oh, wait, this is the ambulance. Oh, there's something up top there. And more stars. Okay, I'm just gonna go from here. Oh, there we go. Oh, this is the forklift that crushed the guy. Okay, there's another 2 stars. Another stars of that. That's a lot. Oh, wait. Okay, let me get this first. I haven't went to the house. Does the house have something up there? Not there.
Was that the last time you talked to him?
No, I
Oh,
call
that's
on
the
holidays,
photo.
and he would call on my birthday. I guess we acted like nothing ever happened, which was stupid. Didn't want to ask about his lumberyard, and I'm sure he didn't want to ask about my job search. I never went back and visited. I think the last conversation we had was about what movies we had seen and what exactly a best boy is in the credits. I thought he would be here so much longer.
Okay, is that the first tree? Oh no. Why?
In the distance, the first tree illuminated the wasteland. She couldn't go home anymore.
Why?
She did the only thing she was capable of. Moving forward. My dad died alone in the middle of the wilderness. I should have been talking to him more. I should have done a lot of things differently.
If the first tree on Earth brought life with it, if it taught the birds to sing and fly and showed saplings how to grow, what could it do for us?
The last kid died. Last steps.
Obviously, this is a really emotional part, but I'm going to talk through it anyway. A lot of people correctly identify that Journey was like a huge inspiration for the first tree. And this part, it is like a callback to that part where you're climbing up the mountain with your friend you don't know, and it just gets snowier and snowier, and you just keep going, and then eventually you collapse. And that made a huge impact on me. And I don't even own a PlayStation 3 or 4. I rented a PlayStation from like a rent-a-center right after completing Home is Where One Starts, just because I'd heard so much about it. And everyone was right, it was a very impactful game, and it definitely inspired the first tree.
There was a letter I received yesterday from a name I didn't recognize, with a quote I can't stop thinking about. Death is not the opposite of life, but a part of it. More and more, I'm realizing one important truth. Each of us have our own journey to the first tree. But sometimes I'm not sure I'm ready to take that first step.
You already have my love.
Don't tell me she's going to die in the first tree. I can't even run or jump anymore. This is so sad. I guess that wolf is like a picture of time. It stops. The first tree awaken and gently asks there is one last messenger of touch to her children. She replies back and says, "Oh no, oh no." I don't know what to say. So the stars that you get in the game is the word. Yeah. Oh no.
I guess her journey was over. But I have no idea. It was only a dream. A distraction from tomorrow.
I don't think dreams normally bring back to memory so many important feelings. Maybe it was just a dream, but it was also a gift.
Yeah, I suppose. But tomorrow we're getting on a plane to the last place on Earth I want to be. The only person that would have made the trip worth it is gone.
You're going to see him and be with him one last time before you say goodbye. I have one last quote for you by Emerson, sealed in an imaginary letter from me to you. It is the secret of the world that all things subsist and do not die, but only retire a little from sight and afterward return again. Go to sleep, my love. We have a big day tomorrow, but I'll be there with you every step of the way.
Thank you. Thanks for listening. Good night, Rachel.
Good night, Joseph.
And I think that's the end of it. I literally have nothing to say right now. Like, the story is telling you pretty much everything. 6 months later. Am I playing? No. Wait, I am playing! Rachel? Wait, I'm playing as Joseph. What can I do? What can I do? We pack our bags. What the? This is my home?
You're probably thinking, what is going on? And that was definitely my intention for this epilogue part of the first tree.
Oh
This
my
is
god.
my favorite part. This is the part
What
I'm
is
most
that?
proud of. And it definitely, like, it's supposed to evoke this, like, what is going on? Where am I? I was not expecting this. When I was marketing and blogging about making the game, I never showed anyone this part. I never told anyone. I never shared screenshots. I wanted
it's
it
my
to be a complete
baby!
surprise. And I also wanted it to feel a little creepy because it's totally inspired by those nights where you wake up in the middle of the night and you can just hear the sounds of the wind outside the house and you can't sleep.
It's almost
So
morning
you walk
time.
around in this like twilight stupor. And I would say the whole first part of this game where you play as the fox, its whole purpose is to set up for this conclusion. So yeah, I would encourage you to look around and see how many things you recognize from the earlier part of the game.
I recognize the truck. Can go inside. It's almost morning. It's probably like 4 a.m. in the morning or 3 a.m. For me, the sun starts to rise. In here, it's like 5 past 15 or half. Familiar
I
dream.
tried hard to foreshadow this epilogue just because I wanted it to be a surprise, but I didn't want it to feel too out of place that it would be humorous. And so Joseph, earlier in the game, he would say things like, I felt like I was right behind the fox the whole time. In my mind, the camera perspective acts as a metaphor for who the player is, what they're seeing. If the camera represents Joseph, or just like that video game trope of having the camera
This is the
follow you.
fans that
I guess the big
fell
question
down.
I wanted the player to ask themselves,
No
is this a
trespassers.
dream as well? And if so, does that even matter?
Can I go there? It seems that I can go there. Because there's a light there, it's a beautiful view. But it's the moon, by the way. My god, he really did live in nowhere. So, is this the game? Is that it, or there's still something else? Wait, isn't that the lake that I was supposed? Where is this place? It looks like Alp. It's super dark. Oh, this is the garage. Oh, the car! The car, I see the car. The car that buried into the snow. Can I start it? No. I see something. Oh, I cannot go that way. Yeah, there is a light down there. I have to follow the path. I cannot just jump. Oh, there is a path there. Oh, I have to go through. Oh, I recognize the tent. It was also buried in the snow. The pen. Oh, I recognize all of this. The campsite. Is that a fox sound? An owl. Okay, it's too dark to see. An old warehouse. Oh, what the hell? The car? Someone snapped a twig. I heard that. Where should I go? I don't know. I just follow the sound. It stops. I know it's so dark. I don't know what to do anymore. We're back at my house again. I don't get it. There is something down there, and I see a pillar of light. I can't go there. I just don't know from where. Because every path seems blocked. I can't jump like the fox before because I'm a human now. I'm playing as Joseph. See, there's a pillar of light there. I can't go. It's stopping me from here. Can you just slide down? There's this campsite. Oh, I can. Oh my god.
What the hell?
Oh, that's the fox. Oh, is that the fox? Yeah, that's the fox. That trick really scared me. Hey, come back. The person.
I purposefully fade out the crosshair in the middle of the screen because I wanted it to be a direct callback to the camera following the fox in the first 5 levels of the first tree. I wanted it to go for that gut reaction that this was very familiar, yet totally in a different world.
It's morning now. It's so pretty. I don't... No! Oh, never mind. I thought I lost it. Oh my god, the scenery is beautiful. The raindrops. The fog is shining like a light bulb. Oh my god, I love this. Oh, look at that. Oh no, I lost it. Oh, never mind. There's something there. I see it shiny up there. Just continue the fox. Is the fox growing? No, never mind, never mind. Hey, this is the place. This is the butterfly. That is insanely beautiful. First tree.
What is this?
Oh no, it wasn't. Wait. Foxconn. What is that? Conclusion.
Thank you for making it to the end of my game.
Oh, this is
I
my
hope you
first
enjoy
tree.
The personalized message that is featured on the trunk of this tree. It's a message submitted by another player that's retrieved from a database, and it's retrieved at random. And I did this because I wanted people, even if they feel alone through trials of death, that there is a community, an invisible community supporting each other. So thanks for playing.
I love you as always. What was it say? The first tree, we get it, finish the game. So that's the story. David, you're amazing. Oh, there we go, Josh Kramer. The first glimmer of the wind, you are a memory. Wow! Finally finished the game. It's 2 hours long. 2018. Oh my god, I got nothing to say again to the game. I get if you like anonymously supply the statement to the first three at online model database. It may appear randomly to other player. Mm, I don't know. I yes, I guess. Oh, it takes me to another. Yeah. So I guess that's it. That was the first three. If you get the story, get the game, this is really amazing. Oh, the start has changed. This is the thumbnail. There's a fox child now. Hey. And the continue is gone because I already finished the game. So I guess that's it for the first three. It's very interesting game. The story is really beautiful and the art style is amazing. The music is also insanely beautiful to hear. I would definitely looking for the music now. So I guess that's it. Thank you so much for watching. Leave a like, subscribe, and I will see you in the next live stream. See you next time, I guess. Okay, bye. Thanks for watching. Bye.